first crowdsourced tourism campaign. And that's what we're basically in the process of doing right now. And I'd love to ask for all your help in making it even more exciting and better than it is right now. What we've done so far is actually release a template, an idea, a line that's been taken up very enthusiastically. We've had 12,000 responses to our initial idea of It's More Fun in the Philippines, and we're using as many of those things as possible in our future advertising. What we'd like to do is take it further and take it forward with help from all of you. So in the spirit of that, I mean, I don't really want to stand here and talk for 10 minutes because I don't know what you want me to talk about or what interests you. So I think in the spirit of a crowdsourced campaign, you know, I'd like to hear what you want to hear about, and then I'll do my best to answer that. If there's any specific questions about how the campaign was devised, about what is the thinking behind it, about why we think it's been successful, about what's going to happen, just stick your hand up and shout. But you know, our feeling is that this is not a country where you can order people to like something. This is a place where people want to participate, people want to do things. So that's why we feel it's worked so far. And we'd love to hear from all of you your opinions, your thoughts, your suggestions for improvement, your suggestions from what we could do. And you can be sure that I'm listening, and you can be sure that those suggestions will be taken up and considered you know, with great seriousness. So please, if anyone would like to kick it off by saying yes. Okay.
So the slogan, It's More Fun in the Philippines, were you targeting locals or foreign? If foreign, how were you using social and digital to promote the campaign? Because we're here in the Philippines and all we see is what you do here. So we want to know, how are you proliferating that message globally?
Okay, thank you. What's happened, what's been amazing that's happened is that you know, people around the world have heard and seen the campaign, not because of any paid media, not because of any traditional media, but because of their contacts on social media. And we've had feedback from all around the world, not just Filipinos, but from, you know, from all nationalities, saying they've seen the campaign, they've seen it from their Filipino friends, they've seen it from their non-Filipino friends, and they think it looks interesting. And we've also seen bloggers, you know, sort of like Swedish or, you know, European foreign bloggers coming here and then creating their own sites with their own ideas of what's fun. And, you know, so we can see that there's obviously been a big domestic buy-in, and it was important to get a domestic buy-in. But there's also, we're seeing that it's being understood and adopted around the world. And I think that's one of the crucial measures. Obviously, what we've done so far is just the first stage, and what's going to happen over the next few months is that there's going to be some stimulus, some paid media going out into the world, and that will be, we're going to ask for more responses coming back on a national level. So we're going to try and stimulate the sort of the idea of co-creation and the idea of people coming up with their own ideas, so that they sort of engage more deeply with the brand. So that's the plan. Lucian, any thoughts? Yeah.
Do you have any idea on what measures you will use so that you can compare the impact, really the impact of the media, your media message before the message and then after? Like if there really is a significant increase in, say, number of tourists, that sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, I mean, there are various measures. One is, of course, the number of tourism arrivals, and those have actually reached record levels in January. And we're also seeing, you know, spend by overseas cardholders of, let's say, Visa is actually reaching record numbers already. But we're not really just relying on things like that, because there are other measures, such as country brand surveys, which are conducted worldwide. And we know now what the baseline is We saw a presentation the other day from Future Brand, which ranked the Philippines as number 78 overall worldwide in a country brand level, and I think around 62 in tourism. So we're hoping that within 12 months, within 24 months, we'll start to see those numbers rise to a level where we should be, which was somewhere up in the top 20. So that's the aim. And increase in arrivals, increase in perception, and increase in spend by foreign tourists. We want higher value tourists coming here, spending more money, and there are ways to do that through analyzing credit card spend, through analyzing obviously visitor arrivals, through room nights, through inquiries on investment for construction. So there's all kinds of measures, and we'll be examining it very closely from that point of view. Any other questions, thoughts? Lucien, come on, thank you.
David, how much support is the government giving to the slogan and the entire program?
Well, actually, we're very lucky that we have a former ad man as the secretary. I mean, we have, probably one of the few places in the world where, the Secretary of Tourism ran an advertising agency for 30 years, a very successful one. So we have incredible understanding and support of what it takes to create a successful campaign. And as he put it, there's never been a more tourism-friendly president than the one now. And he feels that current administration is incredibly focused on tourism and is determined to make it work. So I think we have a lot of backing. I think we do have to follow all of the processes and procedures that need to be followed to get it to happen. Yeah.
Has his expectations been met so far? His expectations, Monjay's expectations, been met so far?
Yeah, I do ask him that question on a regular basis, and so far he seems happy, yeah. So thank you for that, yeah.
Would you mind commenting on kidnapping?
Sorry, you asked me to comment on kidnapping. Well, I don't have any special knowledge of that, any more than anyone else does. I mean, we when we were briefed to do this. Sorry.
Regarding the tourism campaign here in the Philippines, and for example, my father's taxidermists have been kidnapped here in the Philippines. 2 of them in Tawi-Tawi. How do you handle that? What is the risk management involved in the tourism campaign?
I think like all countries, all brands, bad things will happen. And the idea of investing in communications and a focused program is so that there's a more balanced picture out there. Because I think what the situation we're in now is that the Philippines is basically unknown in many parts of the world. Most populations in large parts of the population don't even know where we are. And those that do will say, okay, I've only heard bad news. And what the idea of communications is just to have a broader picture of what we're all about, and to basically say, yes, bad things happen here, bad things happen everywhere. The police, the state, the army are there to help people. But I think the idea of when we were briefed for tourism originally was do not get hung up on all of the obstacles, all of the problems, all of the issues why people won't come here, but give them enough reasons to look beyond that and come here and realize the country of 100 million people, 7,000 islands, amazing attractions. Don't get stuck on just one problem, but actually look beyond that and get beyond that to have a real desire to come and see. So, yeah.
Time's up for David Guerrero. We're not going to be using a mic anymore. So because the other fish bowls are being affected by us having a sound system. So we'd really appreciate it if people could tone it down and listen to the speakers.
Hello. Okay. Hi guys. Quick interruption. So we're not gonna be using the microphone anymore moving forward. So we'd like to ask people to listen to the speakers so that the other fish bowls can also